show is in honor of Women's History Month and is dedicated to the women and men who are currently serving or have served in the armed forces. To do this, we must provide history of the women who opened the doors and created the opportunities for the women now serving in our country's armed forces. Women served in the war as early as the American Revolution from 1775 through 1783. Women served on the battlefield as nurses, water bearers, cooks, laundresses, and saboteurs. We have served in every war since then. The War of 1812, Mexican, Civil War, Spanish-American War, usually in the support role as a nurse, but it has been documented women also were found in an infantry role and were immediately discharged. Women served in World War I, II, Korean War, and the Vietnam War. The norm was for women to be in an active duty capacity during the war, to discharge from the active duty, or be placed in the reserves after their service. The women's previous contribution and service led to major change of how women were viewed as a valuable asset in the military. 1968, the first Air Force woman is sworn into the Air National Guard, and with the passage of Public Law 90-130, which allows the Air National Guard to enlist women. 1971, the first Air Force woman is promoted to Brigadier General. 1972, the Reserve Officer Training Corps, ROTC, is open to Army and Navy women. The hospital ship USS Sanctuary is the first naval vessel to sail with a male and female crew. 1973, the end of draft and the establishment of the all-volunteer force opens the door for expanding service women's roles and numbers. 1976, women are admitted to the service academies. The Navy promotes the first woman line officer to Rear Admiral. The Air Force selects the first woman reservist for the undergraduate pilot training program. 1977, the first Coast Guard women are assigned to sea duty as crew members aboard the Morgenthau and Gallatin. 1979, an Army Nurse Corps officer becomes the first African-American woman Brigadier General in the history of the armed forces. 1980, the first women graduate from the service academies. 1988, NASA selects its first Navy woman as an astronaut. War in the Persian Gulf from 1990 through 1991, some 40,000 American military women are deployed during Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. 2 Army women are taken prisoner by the Iraqis. 1993, Congress repeals the law banning women from duty on combat ships. Women deploy with the USS Fox. 2001, terrorists hijack 4 commercial aircraft, crash 2 into the World Trade Center, 1 into a field in Pennsylvania, and 1 into the Pentagon. In the attack at the Pentagon, 125 people were killed on the ground, and 59 passengers lose their lives. 10 active duty, reserve, and retired servicewomen are among the casualties. Servicewomen are activated and deployed in support of the war on terrorism. 2002, an enlisted woman Marine is killed in an aircraft crash in Pakistan. The first woman to die in Operation Enduring Freedom, part of the global war on terror. For the first time in its history, the Army National Guard promotes an African-American woman to the rank of Brigadier General. 2005, the first woman in history is awarded the Silver Star for combat action. She is one of 14 women in U.S. history to receive the medal. January 2013, Pentagon lifts restrictions on women in combat. You can honor the women by visiting the Women's Memorial online or in person when visiting our nation's capital.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask the Crown. I'm Stephanie McGrain, and I am so excited to have the very beautiful Allaina Guitron joining me this evening. Allaina is Ms. Veteran America and also a soldier. Welcome, Allaina.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it is so wonderful. I am so glad you're able to join us tonight.
Me too.
Allaina, tell us, being a soldier and a title holder, how do you make both of those roles work?
Well, it isn't always easy, but being that this competition is for female veterans, it is understood that our military duties do come first. So I do my job as a soldier every day, and then I find an opportunity that I can to go out and advocate on behalf of homeless female veterans.
Okay, now I have to ask, what does everyone at your military unit think about you winning the competition?
Well, it's funny you asked that. I get the same thing no matter where I go. Just a month after I won the title, I relocated to Florida as a U.S. Army recruiter, and I got the same responses as I did with my former command. So they say, a competition? Is that like a pageant for women veterans? I've never heard of that. But why not? What a great opportunity to honor us women, not only for the service and sacrifices that we have done in the military, but also as wives, mothers, daughters, and sisters. We play all the roles, so why not?
Absolutely. I completely agree. So what types of questions have you heard?
Oh, what is it about? What do you do? Do you have to model in a bikini? I mean, I've heard all kinds of different things. So what is Miss Veteran America? I've never even heard of it. So all kinds of things.
Well, tell us, what is the mission of Ms. Veteran America?
Well, the mission of Miss Veteran America is basically to go out and advocate on behalf of homeless female veterans. Most people, including myself, I was unaware that there was even a homeless female population until 2013 when I became notified about the competition. I said, oh my gosh, how is this an issue? How do I not even know about this? So that's when I felt compelled to compete. So basically, my job is to go out and inform the public. Basically let them know, did you know that there's an estimated 55,000 homeless female veterans on U.S. soil every day, and over half of them are single mothers? I mean, that's unreal, and most people aren't even aware of it. So this draws attention. It gets people to ask me questions, and that's basically what I do. I go out and educate.
I think that is incredible. And you know, I had no idea about that either. And the numbers are just staggering. I can't believe it. So getting back to your system, and I want to talk to you a little bit more about the homeless veterans, the women, but tell us more about your system and where and when it's held.
Miss Veteran America organization?
Yes.
Okay, well, Miss Veteran America organization is held, this is the third year they're going to have it, and this year it's going to be at the same location as last. It's October 12th, 2014, and it'll be at the National Conference Center in Leesburg, Virginia.
Who is eligible to compete?
Well, basically you have to be a woman that has served your military. Either if you have served in the past, you need to have been honorably discharged, or if you're currently serving, then you just need to be in good health and moral character.
So it can be from any military branch.
Yes.
Not one specific one. And can women from anywhere compete?
Yes. And you can actually compete. You don't have to show up and compete in person. You can audition via Skype, or they have set up different opportunities for women if they're maybe deployed or in other locations where they can't be at the actual auditions.
Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah. That's great to know. But then if they're accepted, then everyone does have to come and compete at the competition, correct?
Yes, yes, but this year is actually really exciting because there's going to be two separate locations for auditions. One is going to be in Las Vegas on May 31st, which is awesome. I'm excited. And then the second one is going to be June 7th at the Women's Memorial in Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, that's exciting, and that's coming up very soon.
Yes.
Will you be able to attend those?
Of course. I have to go.
Excellent. Now, I've read your bio, and I understand that you've had a very difficult childhood. And so can you share with our viewers, tell us, what is your philosophy on life?
Well, just like others who have gone through different things in their life, you know, I may have had a handful of things happen to me, but I choose not to look down on those things. I look back on the past as opportunities to learn, not to hold in hatred, but through these experiences, we become better people, we become more resilient people. And just to use these opportunities to help others, to lift up others, to motivate others, to show them that, you know, don't give up, because you do know what it's like to have been down that road. You know, and you can use those experiences to help other people. Granted, my mother was homeless. You know, she was never a veteran. She was homeless and a single mom. So I do understand the things that, you know, these women go through to a certain extent. That's why I am so passionate about that. So I think resiliency and perseverance in everything that you do.
Oh, I love your philosophy, and everyone can learn from that.
Yeah.
And take your message, and you know, no matter what happens in life, you need to be resilient and move forward and move on. And you know, that's not how life, you have to live it. Things, you can change it for the better. Absolutely. Exactly. I love the message that you're sharing. And now I want to ask you a little bit more about the homeless female veterans. You know, and like I said earlier, I had no idea that it was such a big number. But why do you think that is? Why do you think there are so many?
Well, let me tell you, America, in my opinion, doesn't weigh the service and sacrifices as equal to our male counterparts, and that's evident with the amount of homeless shelters that are available to male veterans. There's over 500 shelters available to males, but there's only a handful available to females. Wow. And if you think about that, yes, the women we're 15% of the military. So, you know, something else needs to be done. Women veterans are 3 times more likely to be homeless compared to their male counterparts, and they suffer from different unique things, whether it be military sexual trauma, domestic abuse, post-traumatic stress, lack of family or social support, you know, unemployment, divorce, separation, you name it. There's different things, and you got to remember, over half of these women are single moms, and there's a lot of programs out there, like a lot of shelters out there, but over half of them do not accept children, or they have age restrictions. So think about it. If you're a mom, you're not going to give up your children. You're not going to go somewhere where your children are unsafe. You're gonna, you know, that's why a lot of these women tend to stay homeless or go through these different processes and not be able to get help.
Wow, and you know, that is such a big problem. You know, and these women have, you know, served and you know, for the country. What is our country doing to help them, to give back to them?
Well, I can't say exactly what the country is doing, but I can tell you the reason why I'm here today as Miss Veteran America. Miss Veteran America was created by a woman named Jasmine Booth, and she actually was a former homeless female veteran herself who served her country in the United States Army. And she is the reason why Final Salute, which is the nonprofit organization that assists women and children, basically get them back on their feet and through different types of programs. She herself witnessed the issues herself, and just like me, was taken aback. You know, she had lost her house to Hurricane Katrina, everything that she owned. You know, she's a single mom, now has no belongings, nothing. And then she gets diagnosed with head, neck, and throat cancer. So on top of all that, she's having to go through, now she's pending discharge from the military because she can't serve. So she went to the VA. What are my opportunities? What can you provide me? What are your services? Nothing. They basically sent her to social services, welfare, unemployment line. And at that point, she said, "Oh my gosh, we have to do more for these women that have been serving our country." So she created Final Salute, and ever since 2011, they have assisted 170 women and children through emergency financial assistance or giving them different type of programs to get them back on their feet.
Oh my goodness, that is wonderful, much needed. And I love that through your title, you are bringing awareness about this problem, a very great problem.
Yeah.
Well, how can our viewers donate?
It's really easy. If they go to the www.finalsaluteinc.org website, on the top there will be an actual link to donate via CFC. And I just ask to give whatever you're able to give, donate your time, donate your money, and spread the word. That's what people need to know, is that there is an issue, there is an epidemic that we need to end.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we will definitely check that out. And I greatly admire what you're doing. I think that is fabulous.
Thank you.
Much needed.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Allaina, tell us, what is next for you?
Ooh, what is next? That's a loaded question. Well, I believe that when I hand over the crown, that my job and my title and my duty doesn't end there. I will forever be an advocate and support for my sisters that do not have a voice, because their voice needs to be heard. I will continue to share it, as well as, the many others that are involved. But that's a nonstop for me. That's something that I'll always do. Personally, I think since I'm newly married, I'm going to focus.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I say newly married, but we've been married for 1.5 years, but just only recently been able to locate with each other. Since we're both military, it makes it difficult.
Oh, gosh,
so,
I bet.
Yeah, so we'll focus on our marriage, and then maybe a little bit down the road start working on our family. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. And finish up my degree in criminal justice.
Well, it sounds like you're very, very busy.
Yes.
Well, how can our viewers follow your journey? Can we find you on Facebook or Twitter? What's the best way to follow you?
Well, there's several different ways, but the easiest is to go on to the MissVeteranAmerica.org website, and then they can follow. They can see what's going on there. They can see what's going on with the competition. They can, and they can also go to the Miss Veteran America Facebook page and follow me on there, follow all, the different sacrifices different women have done for their country, and also on Twitter.
Wonderful. We will definitely check that out. Allaina, it has been an honor having you on this evening. I want to say thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
And also I want to say thank you for your service to our country. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And thanks to the viewers for tuning in. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Thanks, everyone. And thank you, Allaina.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.